as I said before, just looking at the photographs of the experiences of black people, it traumatizes me. It shatters me. I can't fathom the trauma that lingers with the people as they live alone. Seeing the images, the resemblance, the replica, the people who look like those in those photographs that hurt them, the fact that you are going to be competing side by side with the same people every day is a lingering trauma. It makes the experience, it makes that awareness not go away, that this thing besets you. Just that presence. You don't have to have that presence alone. So, but what I'm saying in effect is that we have to be careful so we don't mix our internal processes with technical acquisition. So that no matter how you feel, no matter what you believe in, if you want to be a good motor mechanic, it's irrelevant how you were born. It's irrelevant how you came. You have to go to school or go to an apprentice shop and study motor mechanic. You have to learn how to take out the tire, how to bring down the engine, how to dismantle the engine. Those are technical acquisitions. Whether you're being abused at home or abused in the workplace, if you don't acquire those technical skills, you can be able to be a performing motor mechanic. Now, whether you believe in the African traditional religion or the Western religion or the white man religion, if you don't learn how to do motor mechanic, you can't do well at that. And if you want to make money out of motor mechanic, you have to also understand that your technical acquisition does not guarantee money. It guarantees your ability to do the job. It does not guarantee your ability to make money from it. You have to now know how to sell your skill. Those are skills we hear that the educational system does not teach us. Well, the Chinese American you're competing with might be not educated at all. So it obviously has nothing to do with education. The guy you're competing with might just come from a rice farm, a peasant, has no education at all. So why do we think that the education system should teach us these skills they acquired as a result of their socialization process? So that's where now, if you want to be a motor mechanic in business, then you have to find out how other motor mechanics who are doing business, not motor mechanics in the industry, but motor mechanics who are doing business, do it. And you have to acknowledge that there are motor mechanics in business, black and white, whose businesses have closed down too. So it has nothing to do with black. Businesses closed down, no matter who owns them. So if you want to go into business, you have to sink in that understanding that failure is part of success in business. Losing money is part of success in business. So once you begin losing money or your business is not working and you attribute it to your being black, that is part of the fear. And if that fear is there, it should tell you it affected and affects the way you deal with your customers, consciously, unconsciously.
Now you like to cite spiritual leaders. Right. And Solomon comes to mind. What is one of your favorite sayings from the wisdom of King Solomon?
One of my favorite sayings when it comes to business is that success in business is about giving. Solomon said that everybody likes a person who gives gifts. Once you give gifts, you will succeed, because your giving gifts will make a lot of people like you and want to come around you. And when they come around you, it forms a success atmosphere, a success climate. And success breeds success. More people come around, you make more sales, and you make more money, and you give away more. Now let's watch it closely. Giving away does not talk of volume. Solomon did not say people like a person who gives a lot of money away. He said a person who gives. Doing business is about giving. If you don't give your customers more than they paid for. They ain't coming back.
How do you do that?
Well, it's either you do that in actuality or you do that by perception. So if I put this thing at $10 today and tomorrow I reduce it by $2 when actually the price should have been $8 all along, it gives you a perception that you're getting away. Now, if this thing should, when you talk of that, a lot of black people get moralistic. That's what we're going to, I'll mention that too. When this thing is $10, normal price is $10, the big supermarket sell for $10, and I am just an individual with the least overhead, and if they sell for $10, they make 50% markup. If I sell for $5, I make 50% markup. Why should I want to compete with the big guys when I can undermine them by selling lower than them and still make 50% markup? The same 50% markup they make. And I be the good guy. And everybody wants to be my friend because they think I'm a fool and they're getting away with it. People don't like to go to business places where the people are intellectual. If you're too intelligent, people don't like to patronize you. And a lot of our black people are naturally very intelligent. And when they come to business, they let it show. Once you show, people don't want to come around. They want to go to the place. You go to the Chinese place, and even if you curse the person up, he can mumble. You don't know what they're saying, so you don't feel threatened. So you go back again, and you curse him up again, and even his accent is like poetry. It's like poetic. You go back again, and you curse him up again, and they like it. And they get your money. You come to a black person's shop, and you curse him up, he tells you his rights, and you can't come here and fool around. And in fact, you shouldn't come back next time. And one customer lost is majority. So that's how you give gifts. You do extra service. My customer comes in, I make sure I greet them. I try to know my customers personally. I make sure I get involved in their personal life as much as is reasonable. And next time, even if you open another shop by the side, they won't want to go there. It's called the guilty conscience principle. You make them guilty to go there and buy. But you have to give gifts. You have to give more service than the customer is paying for, and they'll come back.
So you're saying there's a difference between service and servitude?
There's a difference between service and servitude, and it's a very debilitating factor when it comes to our black people doing business, and I put that all in the book, because most of our people, when they go into business or enterprise, they mistake service for servitude. A servitude where you are compelled to work against your will for nothing. So you are compelled to chop grass against your will for nothing. As service, you agree to chop grass by your own self-will in exchange for an agreed pay, but the same grass. Now for most of our black people, when I'm chopping this grass with commitment, they see it as slavery mentality. Because in the days of oppression, we were made to chop grass. But at this time, it's not servitude. It's a service I'm rendering in exchange for an agreed sum. And why should the employer hire Mr. A if Mr. A and Mr. B can chop the same grass? If I hire you and you're chopping grass, Mr. A, and I decide to fire you, and you think I shouldn't fire you because it's your job. No, it's not your job. I gave you the job. That is why, as an employee, you invest yourself in the employment so much you become an asset to the business. So your boss will decide, I will not fire Mr. A because I can leave the work and he can take over everything and work instead of closing at 6. He closes at 6:30 and does not extra money. So if I hire Mr. B, then all the rigors of his rights and his left comes in. So Mr. A gives 30 minutes gift and he doesn't mind. In employment, you become an asset. Nobody wants to fool with you or to let you go. And you can negotiate now, you want more increment because you're an asset. That's where commitment comes in. And that is where the black person in business and in employment has a problem with that sense of servitude still lingering there and mistaking service for servitude. All that is included in the book. That's why you have this guarantee that if you open the book and read, it will solve the problem. And we have it on Amazon. By tomorrow, it should be available on Amazon and in ebook. And then we're looking forward to the official launching of the hard copy.
So, will you return to use potential Houston launching?
I will return to Houston, I think, by the end of July. As soon as the arrangement is made, we'll be back in Houston with official launching and presentation, and of course the question and answering to make sure this thing is understood better, so we can be more involved in business, we can be more involved in power brokerage, and not only be sustainable but competitive.
And so we encourage people to buy the book ahead of time on Amazon, so that when you come to the launch, you not only get your autograph, but you get to ask questions.
Get to ask questions.
Of the author, Mr. Stephen Okeke, for the African-American experience, a third-person perspective, because we were broken. Thank you, Mr. Okeke.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Visit Black Houston.